Hello and welcome back to my FTL Normal Mode run-through. So, we've just finished getting through Sector 4 after a fairly harrowing journey, most of the time spent with only a few points left on the hull. But a stroke of luck in a store got us some much needed equipment, and revitalized, we're able to continue on our way and make it through to the end of the sector. I could visit this spot, but I think let's continue with the next sector straight out. Now we got this energy controlled sector we could visit, or we can go to this uncharted nebula. And whilst I normally avoid nebula, I think I'll visit it on this one on this occasion. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. We can see immediately there's a distress beacon, and then these all seem to be reasonably well distributed, so it's not going to matter too much about what our overall route through is. Now, in the normal sector, nebula is more than halves the rate of Rebel Advanced. However, as you can see by the tooltip text, the Rebel fleet are more prepared for searching in a nebula sector, so they'll be advancing at much more like their normal rate. Anyway, let's go see what's up with this distress beacon. Ah, yes. So we found a distress call who's on fire, and we know how bad fires are on these ships and space stations. And thankfully, I've got a repair drone which is immune to fire, can send it in and hopefully get the fire out and rescue those people. There it goes. And they've given us a defense drone and a reasonable chunk of scrap. So let us continue on our way, happy that we've done a good deed for the day and been well rewarded for it. Ah, yes. Now, unfortunately, they have a teleporter, but our sensors aren't working, and they won't work in any nebula sector. So I don't know how many mantis are going to be boarding me in a moment. I even won't be able to see them on my own ship, because I can only see, even the internal sensors don't work in their nebula. So I'm going to drag these people back in here, open most of the doors on the ship, open these external doors, and hope that the mantis don't try and invade the piloting cabin. Ah, well, that's going to make it repelling them a bit easier. Close all doors, get the oxygen flowing again. We have a 2-point shield and multiple missile launchers on their ship. I'm going to need to sequence the fire of these weapons to try and knock out their weapon system as quickly as possible. That sounds like there was a hull breach somewhere. again. No point finding the heading. Can't get a break. Ah, good. The missile launchers are silent. Right, good. Although their burst laser 2 is still firing, but that shouldn't be too problematic. And even that's silent now. So I can concentrate my firepower on their shield launcher. Shield generator even. And keep an eye out for this being repaired. And now we can give a final blow. Good fuel, decent scrap, but we did take quite a bit of damage. And we'll do one more. Right. Ah, a store at this next beacon. Let us see what delights it has in offer for us. Burst laser 2. And even an extra burst laser 1. Yes, I'll buy both of those. Sell this defense drone. See if I can upgrade the weapon system enough, which I can. Oh, happy day. So I have got a lot of firepower going forward, and I'll have even more as I get enough scrap to upgrade the ship. And then always buy out. I've got enough fuel for the moment, but I need to always buy out drone these drone things from now onwards. So much more firepower going forward. Bubbles are just starting to enter this sector. I can even afford to double back a little bit, I think. Yes, let's attack the pirate. Yes. Doesn't seem to have particularly strong weapons. 3 points worth of pulse laser. He's probably got multiple repair drones, or repair drone and a boarding drone. But as he's not heavily armed and he doesn't have an offensive drone system, even his 3-point shield shouldn't really be too much of an issue. So I'll split fire between these two systems and miss a lot. Well, unfortunately that happens that way. And congratulations to Thomas as he gets his rank 2 weaponry, improving the recharge of my weapons further. Might be better off trying to damage their navigation at this point. No, that's a poultry Brian to let them go. So we are going to keep attacking. Much better. Good fuel. Missiles we don't need anymore, but there are the occasional beacons where there's someone who offers to buy missiles for scrap. And a good chunk of scrap. Let's head here. And I think we're going to leave them alone. The Iron Storm here will make this a very, very difficult fight. If I had some Zoltan crew, maybe giving power to my shields, then yes, I would consider it, but let's leave these people. Head to the next sector, or next beacon I should say. Oh yeah, we want to attack them, rebel scum. Everything powered up. Judging by the weapon system, I think I'm going to want to target that first. And we have a border somewhere in the med bay. You know what to do with them. Looks like there's probably a fire in this room. Yeah, oh yeah, that's quite a big fire. So let's get the arrow to that. Their weapons are down. Let's take their shields down. Actually, as well as taking their shields down, let's hurt their navigation. That's probably good. Nah, no surrender from the rebels. you can see, this second burst laser has really improved my firepower. Even a 3-point shield is no match. Ah yes, much better. Much better still if I'd had boarded them and taken their stuff, but oh, can't have everything. At this point, it's probably wisest for me to save up for another point of shielding. So we continue rounding through. Yes, let's try and help them, but sometimes if you succeed on that random event, you can get an extra member of crew, but it looks like this particular game I'm going to be very short on crew. Let's head here and reveal multiple. Oh yeah, we want to attack pirates. They're all bad people. Yeah, we want to. That's a good start. I'm not surprised they're trying to escape. I try to escape from me as well at the moment. We've got enough fuel. We need the scrap. Goodbye. Yeah, well. Yeah, we don't want to get caught up in this little because I'd like to try and see what's over here and maybe up here. And once again, let's attack them. So they've got a beam. That's not 1-point beam drone. That's not going to particularly cause me any grief. And only if this missile hits my shield system will I be in any particular difficulty from this. So this should be a fairly easy kill. So I'm going to go for the helm and engines. And a boarding drone. Lovely. And the joy about the boarding drone is it causes a breach in that space. So I am probably going to be wise to. It's going to be necessary for me to try and knock out that drone system. I think we still don't need huge amounts of fuel, so we're going to keep on attacking. going on. Ah, excellent. Excellent. We have a new member of the crew. And who is joined? A chap called Nathan. Nathan, because Nathan is human, therefore not particularly great at repairing things, he can be on our damage control team. So we'll station him here. Right. No store. So that's to there. Ah, good. The final store in the sector. I think there, and then the exit. And the exit will be overtaken by that point. Or after that point. A slug crew member would have been fantastic, again, earlier in this sector, but not anymore. I could hire Johnny Maloney. In fact, I will hire Johnny Maloney, and that will give me almost a boarding party. But I won't buy this yet. I'll buy this next sector, I think. Because again, my aim should be to get 3 shield bars now. So here, nothing. So the exit. Nothing here as well. I could go here, but it would be a 4 jump back through rebel controlled territory. So we'll end this here, and then we'll head to Sector 6.